Hi guys, just give me a moment. And yeah, I hope I'm audible. So let's start our streaming. So yesterday we discussed. So first of all, let me introduce myself. So I'm Akash. I'll be streaming every day, uh, mostly during the 3 and 3:30 p.m. That slot. So yeah, yesterday we spoke about how Nifty and Bank Nifty are looking really good on the upside, and as you can see today, they have started to push push away from this range now. And Bank Nifty made a new high, and I think Nifty also made a new high. Yeah, and the high was 320, and I think today's high was, let's see, did it? Yeah, it is going to make the new high right now. So yeah, that's interesting. So no, the view hasn't been changed in index. I still feel that Nifty is bound to, after making this big compression for, and the price was compressing for over a month, right? So after this huge compression, this was not a price correction, it was more of a time correction. So as you can see, it took 1 month inside the base. So now the price is ready to go towards 26,600. And how do we come up with that level? Let's check. This is a range of 2%, and if we calculate the range on the upside, then yeah, 2% comes about 26,760. So ideally, that will be our zone in Nifty. And we are going to talk about stocks, but let's first go with Bank Nifty. And Bank Nifty, yeah, the targets after the range breakout. Although the index can do next is, as you can see, there's a lot of euphoria. Like when the market is at the all-time high, the euphoria starts getting kicked in, and a lot of people want to jump in in the index and want to chase the rally and everything, right? So what it can do, it can mainly come down till here again, or maybe just do this. But in 1 or 2 weeks, I see Bank Nifty towards 61,000 easily. So that is what we are looking at. And that concludes the index. And now let's talk about the stocks that we are holding, right? I think we spoke about Ceneris Pharma yesterday, and this was the huge base that it was trying to come out from, and today it has finally broken out of the range, right? And this was the first leg, this was the second leg, and this is the third leg. And now if we calculate this base, then the targets again comes about 900 level. So that's why we are still holding the stock. We haven't uh, ideally, if you want to, you can trail your stops. Like the initial stops was 789. Now you can shift the SL to 811 zones. Yeah, you can easily do that, right? And moving on, the next stock, uh, I'll show you the daily. The daily still see the candle strength. So I see a continuation of this on Monday also. Maybe what the candle will do is, maybe it will go up and finally close at 883 or those levels, right? So I'm looking at it, right? I'm looking at these levels, 900 at least. So let's see what it does on Monday. And next is IFL, IFL Finance, right? So IFL Finance is something that we took a long time ago, but I'm just trying to show you that today we did close this trade. I think we closed it at 638, right? So that is done and dusted. We got a gain of 11.5%, right? So we can just like, this was the last day of IFL Finance. The stock still looks good, and the stock still looks like it wants to go towards 680, 690 levels. But I feel after this kind of impulsive move, either the stock will start, like it will start trying to base out here or something. Like the stock will try to spend some more time in this base, right? Will create a base and start spending some more time. So that's why I'm not keen to hold it. I will rather park my money in better stocks, right? So that was all about IFL. Let's see this one. This is Indian Hume Pipe Company, right? So this is the base that we are looking at. This is now, I know I switch a lot between time frames, and guys might get confused. So but just bear with me. It is not very hard. If you practice, then it can really be very easy eventually. So just bear with me, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, right? So moving on, we are talking about Indian Hume. So this is the base. This is the daily base that we are looking at, right? The base started from July, and today is the January 2nd to be precise. So from July, we count July, August, September, October, November, December, 5 months of base, and now the price is really trying, like the price, we took this trade and almost it got like I thought my SL will be triggered, but somehow magically the price didn't fall below 399. So yeah, we are still in this trade and we are holding it, and I expect a follow through till at least 453, 455 levels on Monday as well. So yeah, I'll be updating you on this as well. And this is Mamta Engineering. Mamta Engineering, yeah, I'm not a fan of this stock because, like, since the stock character is very choppy, you see, it is trying to be in this base for a long time, and still, when it is trying to get out of the base, still it is not able to get out. Right, so it did move, it did give a move, but now it is trying to halt. So as a result, what I've done is, what we'll do is we'll shift our stop loss, we'll trail our stop loss to this 422 levels, right? 4 415. The initial stop loss was 415, and now we have shifted our stop loss to 423. So this is our new stop loss, right? And this still has potential, but it shouldn't be coming like this for our idea to work out, right? It still has to do this, and then it can sustain. Let's see. I would say I'm 50-50 in this one. So next is Polyplex. Polyplex was a nice base, right? And it did give a move. It did give a massive move in the morning, and the stock touched a high of 875. We ideally we should have been targeting 883 level. So we almost got our targets, but since this was a very oversold stock on the daily, right? So that's why that was the reason to aim for higher targets. But I don't think this is also gonna work out very good. Like it won't work out immediately. Like when you see these kind of wicks, what the stock will do is now try to make a range. And how it can make a range is, like the stock will try to do this perhaps, right? The stock eventually will go fill this void, but the stock will take its sweet time now. So that is about Polyplex, and this is DBL. DBL is kind of fading out from its idea, but we are still holding it. Our stop loss is at 452. Let's see what it does, because as long as these levels are protected, I'm sure it has some potential to move up. So that's about DBL. Let's see. I think so. This is Varun Beverages, right? So we spoke about this yesterday, and this is the daily base this is the 30-minute base. Now we are in 30 minutes window. So this is the base, and I expect this stock to rise at least till 514, 515 levels, right? And it should happen immediately. It should not take more than 2 days for it to happen. So this is a nice trade, and you guys can even get in at these price, because this still looks good and it has a very good uh, base. And it has a motive to touch these highs. That's why we are targeting 515 levels, right? And once it comes to 515 levels, then we'll decide what to do further. And let's see. And this is GMR. GMR is kind of a slow runner today compared to other stocks, because other stocks have ran well. So yeah, again the same idea. We see these legs, one, we see the second leg, and we see a small contraction here, which is our third leg. And now the stock, yesterday we did speak about that the stock wants to hit 106.8. It is almost going to do that, but there'll be a lack of time for the stock to complete it. So mostly it will just it is now trying to, what it is trying to do is it is trying to create a base here itself, right? And as long as these areas are protected, we shouldn't be worried. And I think this can happen very easily on Monday. So this is the trade we posted today, and like this is my uh, trading view channel. So this was the in the morning, 8 hours ago. If you can see, we posted this chart, and it was an Ethereum trade, and Ethereum has been moving slowly since. And I feel Ethereum is going to crush easily towards 3128 levels. The reason being is the base now is getting narrower and narrower. You see, it fell on 16 December, and this crypto market is mostly like they are never closed. It is open 24 hours, and that's why. And you see, this is the first leg, this is the second leg, and this is the third leg. And in the third leg also, if you focus a little more, then we'll see that again it has created one, two, three legs over here. So the price doesn't have like the price has a motive to come to this order block basically. Don't worry, I will be explaining order blocks and everything in the later videos, right? So the stock will try to shoot up directly to 3120 levels, and mostly it will happen in the US session. So yeah, that is it. Has I really like the trajectory of the stock, the way the stock has been moving. And since we are talking about Ethereum, let's talk about Bitcoin also, because they fall into the same category, right? Again, if you see Bitcoin also, Bitcoin is also trying to do the same thing. I see these levels being taken out by Bitcoin, and when it reaches 90,500, right now the price is 89,220, it will, it can go very fast. So I'm expecting a move to today around 6 7 p.m. That's when the US market clicks in. So let's see how it does. And now we are going back again to Ethereum. And so this is a good chart. We haven't entered it as such. I just like the daily. This is now the daily time frame. And see, if you see, the stock has been trying to base around these levels for a long time. Check the number of time it has tried to process: one, two, three, four, five, and now it is trying to base near the top. So what it can do is we will be trying to we'll try to attempt this stock. And what I want for the stock is to do this, and then maybe a little this. It shouldn't break these levels for me to exit. Like when the price comes to 408 or so levels, then we can just take our entry here. We can set our stop loss at 394, and then we can target easily, like we can easily target these levels, right? So that will be the plan for the stock, and hopefully the stock gives the pullback on Monday or Tuesday, whenever. But the location of the stock is very nice. So yeah, this was a trade in RCF that we took. Again, the all the concepts will be kind of similar. So if you observe anything, like if you observe anything different, you can ask me in the comment, because mostly everything will be on just one basic concept, and the concept name is VCP, right? You see, VCP is nothing but volatility contraction pattern, right? So you see this same thing again, one, two, and three, and again, yeah, here also it has created a small narrow VCP sort of thing, and try to now the stock wants to go towards 150, 151 levels. Okay, so this was also a nice trade that we are holding, and so yeah, that was it. I want to show you something else. I want to show you IDBI Bank long. So let's see how the idea. So this was posted on 29th December 2025. IDBI Bank is looking good on the monthly, weekly, and daily charts. The stock has been trading around 100 levels, marking the pivot around these levels. The three legs of the VCP has been formed, and now the stock is ready to move higher from here, right? Expect minimum 10 to 20% gain in less than a month. So this was the idea, which was posted, I think, 3 days back. Yeah, and now let's see how the stock has performed. IDBI. Look at this, guys. The stock has literally pierced through the through this range, and now has moved what, 10% for the day. Look at the candle. Look at the candle strength. That's enormous. And now the volumes are kicking in. So probably we'll get a follow through on Monday. But I really like how it has moved. So this was again a very good trade. Yes, we kept a very small stop loss of 4.5%, and already we are sitting in a gain of 13-14%. And I expect the stock to move even higher. I expect the stock to at least come towards 120, 121, right? Again, now we are in weekly. So the whole idea of the trade is the stock has a motive to come and touch 120 levels. So that is the whole idea of IDBI, and it really worked out well. And let's see something else. So this was again a Marico trade. Marico, let's see. Marico was also posted on 29 December. So Marico has been consolidating on the daily chart for quite a while, with volume showing contraction and the price staying in the same range. Expect the stock to move higher from here. We kept our stop loss around 736. The stock came and didn't, again, somehow miraculously it didn't kicked our stop loss, and it didn't kick us out. And let's see now what Marico is doing. So Marico is trying to just, like, Marico just took out these highs. So again, it is trying to base out in this region. So mostly when the stock does this, okay, the stock will try to again make a small base here in this range, right? So I am not very afraid, or I'm not very scared to hold this, because this is gonna base out something like this, and in by Monday or Tuesday you'll see the stock hitting 770, 780 level. So this is again a good trade to hold, right? And let's see. So that should be it. And as we saying that, Bank Nifty has moved towards 60,140 levels, and Nifty has made a new all-time high. So I think we'll talk about some stocks as well. So this is NTPC green, and as you can see again the same. See here, the same base has been formed, and the base has been like the base started from 1st December, and now it is 2nd January. So the base length is approximately 1 month, and now the stock is trying to come out of the base. It did give us an entry today at here approximately in the morning. So now expect the stock to at least move towards 9900 level. So this is something that we can watch, and if it comes in this order block, if it comes to 96 and 95, then we can again attempt this. But since the stock has already started moving, we can just avoid it for now. This is again, this is Surya Small Finance Bank, and I expect the stock to move towards 150, 152. So this is something again you should keep it in the watch list. I think that's it for today. You made me